Yeah, alright folks, how we doing? Welcome back to me, Scotty at Scotty Talks MUFC. Hope we're all well, and I hope you've not missed me too much. Right, kicking off this Monday, in a nutshell, what was that all about? We've just kissed the easiest 3 points of the season goodbye. I mean, Everton never win at our ground. Never ever. The last time they won was under David Moyes. That's how long ago it was. And how ironic, David Moyes was back in town with Everton and they won. And it was 1-0. I still go back to the same thing. Had we wished we got rid of Ed Woodward rather than David Moyes back in 2014, how our life would have been different today. We didn't. We're now a mess. We're an absolute mess. David Moyes has gone from strength to strength after his little wobble at Real Sociedad. And good luck to him. After all, he was the chosen one. Just a shame it was under the wrong management and the wrong regime. As always, my bandwagon's never changed. It's full ownership. We need to get rid of these owners. All of them. The Glazers, the Ineoses, whoever's involved in that ownership, they need to go. And we need to get behind this. We need to get them out. The only way this club is going to change is if we get rid of them. And Monday just proved it. We've got a manager that's out of his depth. Out of his depth. Why am I saying that? Monday. Gay got sent off after 13 minutes. So adding all the injury time and extra time and all that, everything that was included in it, we had 90 minutes. 90 minutes to go and get an equaliser. Forget an equaliser, to go and find a win. And we somehow managed to not even create chances. The half chances that we got felt as Xerxes, and I must admit, Xerxes is really, really rusty. He's not played all season. He's dropped in. And talk about dropping at the deep end. What were we going to expect? Even the headers that he got, they weren't like easy headers. They were like having to work the ball, and all that kind. So that's Xerxes. But what can I say about this team? Again, but I look at the board. I look at the board for direction. I look at the board for leadership, and nothing's coming. And they're hiding behind Ruben Amorim by saying we're backing this manager for another year. It's 3 years. It's a 3-year programme. He's not going to get back to January. So that's January. That's another season written off. Do you know what the crazy thing is? Had we won on Monday, we would have gone into fourth. And I think Crystal Palace were in fourth at the time. But anyway, we didn't win, so that's by the by. So it's game day 13. Now, is it going to be a win or is it going to be unlucky 13? As much as it pains me to say this, after Monday, I do not see us winning this. I just do not see where the next win is coming. But as usual, our owners are going to hide behind the manager. Now, I started off this by saying the manager is out of his depth. My case in point, 5 defenders, 6, including Casemiro, and we're still shipping in goals. We've got more holes in us than the Titanic. Played 12, goal difference 0. Goal difference 0. This is relegation form. Scored 19, conceded 19. What do I say to that? Now, I'm going for, I think we'll get beat on Sunday. I really do. I think we'll lose 2-1 or 3-1. And because I just don't see us scoring, and we just can't stop shipping goals in. And where do we go from here? Who knows? Who knows? But I would love to be proved wrong. I'd love to be proved wrong. It's not long before Brian and Ahmed go off to the African nations. To be fair, both of them are out of form at the moment. And I don't see all the love affair with Brian at the moment because he's had two bad games on the bounce now. But still, no one's picking up on that. Everyone's all going to the usual suspects. Now, the usual suspects being Bruno, but to be fair, he has been diabolical all season, along with Dargo and Dolu, but we're not going to get into that too much. That is what it is. Now, it's a new game, fresh start, and our brother at United Strand, my God, he's got a long, long way. I don't think it's going to happen this season, so can you imagine what the next time I see him, God, I'm not even going to recognise him. He's going to look like a Rasta man. Yeah, I know, because it's not happening anytime soon, and I don't see us winning on Sunday, so that first win, no one knows when it's going to come from. I'm going to look into our schedules over the festive period, and let's see where we go from there. And if the manager doesn't win the majority of them, are we still going to back this guy? Would you back this guy in January? I wouldn't back this guy now, never mind in January. Like I said, played 38, won 12. That's 1 win a month. 1 win a month. Lost 17 or 18. That's just insane. This is Man United we're talking about. We're just a joke. This manager went on when he first started, he said we're going to suffer and then we're going to grow. When's the growing going to start? Because I see no growing here. I just see suffering, and more suffering. Now, is this manager going to change this? No chance. Monday night was proof of that. Like I said, they've just dropped a player. Sorry, got sent off. Luckily, could you imagine what the score would have been if they didn't go down to 10 men? It would have been a different game. They absolutely bossed us. They bossed us with 10 men. James Garner absolutely schooled Bruno in every way. And Bruno Fernandes meant to be a far superior player in whose eyes? Because he's not cutting it with me. He absolutely is not. He's an absolute joke. He's a fraud. He's an absolute fraud. And he's the captain of our club. And it's no wonder. He's the captain of our club and he led us to the worst season in Premiership history. Him and the chosen manager of Ineos has left us at 15th and we're 10th at the moment. Are we going to climb the table or are we going to drop further? Time, who's to know, and time will tell. For now, I'm in Scotland right now. I might be checking. I've just had a few messages from some friends who have found out that I'm in town, asking if I want to go and see the Hearts game. They're away to Motherwell. All the tickets are sold out, but they're saying they can do a favour. Considering I've not seen Hearts for... God, I've never liked Hearts. They've never been my team, never ever. But given the new ownership of the Brighton owner owns them, or he's invested in them heavily, and he's promised they're going to win the league in so many years. Given for a change, I would love to see Hearts win it. I would absolutely love to see Hearts win the league this year. Just because it's a change from Celtic Rangers and it would break that mould. And the last person who broke that mould was Sir Alex Ferguson. Way back in the early 80s. That's how long it's been. That's how long it's been since a team outside of Glasgow has won the league. So it's time for change. And I would love to see it. And if they do win, I'm going to come back to Edinburgh. I'm going to go live streaming. I'm going to have a street party. I'm going to be in it. And Scotty Talks MUFC. Yes, I know. For one day only, I'll be loaned to Hearts and I'll be streaming it live. Just to share, just for a change, just for something different. But what I want to be shouting out before all that, and above all that, I want Man United to finish in the Champions League position. That's first and foremost. And if this manager's not cutting it, then let's get someone who can. Now, someone was asking me earlier on today, who do you think that man is? I'm not going to back. Like I wanted Ten Hag, it's gone pear-shaped. I wanted Amarin, I thought he was a coup. Again, it's gone pear-shaped. Now, my favourite was Glasner. My choice was Glasner, just because I loved what he did at Frankfurt and I love what he's doing at Crystal Palace. Given that he's lost Eze, his best player, who's lighting up the league for Arsenal. But I think I'm going to have a reserved judgment. Now, a lot of people are shouting Areola above Glasner, who's not a bad shout, by the way. Who's not a bad shout. So I'm going to reserve my opinion. Either one of them two I'll be happy with. So that's where I am with the manager, the ownership, the team. It's Man United. It's always talk. There's always something to talk about at Man United. There's always, like, since Monday, we've been linked to every midfielder. Again, we've been linked to 7 midfielders. We're going to get none of them. We're not getting none of them because no one's going to come in January and we don't have the money to spend, and we're going to get all the spin. That's one thing that is notorious what Manchester United are good at, is spin. They are absolutely brilliant at spin, and more spin. And the people at the top, it's really frustrating because we're looking, again, I said this at the start of my show today, we're looking for leadership and we're seeing none of it coming. Wherever we look, it's just, and I feel sorry for Amarin. He's made the scapegoat. He's been hung up to dry. And the ownership are turning around and say, we're giving him 3 years. I repeat, City last year were way off the pace. So what did they do? They bought 4 or 5 players. They bought another 4 or 5 players in summer. They're ready to go. Now look at them. Within a year, and God, it gets me, really riles me up. Our management team, our board are saying it's going to take 3 summers to make Man United competitive. If you wanted to, put your hands in your pocket, shut your mouth, put your hands in your pocket, back the manager, whether he's the right guy or not, but back the guy. Get him players that he genuinely wants. Don't get him fodders like Dorgu. Let's be honest, Dorgu wouldn't even get in the Wolves team. Dorgu would not get in the Wolves team, and he started at Man United. Dalot wouldn't get in a championship team. Dalot would not get in a championship team, and he starts at Man United. I rest my case. So let's hope it's not unlucky 13 on Sunday and we actually win the game, and it'll be a positive outlook. Otherwise it's going to be more doom and gloom, and it's going to be a crunching show on Sunday, I tell you, because I'll be laying it out there, I'll be laying it bare, and I'll be holding back for no one, and I'm going to be going after the management, going after the board. And it's not about one game. It's not about one game. This manager's had 54 or 55 games now. That's enough. That's enough to have an assessment. It's enough to see if there's a direction. Everyone was on Ten Hag's back that he's been here 2 years. No one knows what kind of football he plays. But he won a lot more games than this. He won as a cup. After 54 games, we'd finished in the Champions League and we won a cup. Something we hadn't done for a long time. So we can't have a go at... And then he in the second season, yes, we were stealing victories. Ten Hag's fault was he bought badly. Every single player wasn't worthy of a Man United. Every single player wasn't worthy of Man United. Let's hope Cunha's back. With Cunha, we might have some hope. Without him, we've got no hope. And please, for heaven's sake, do not play Dalot and Dorgu. Just don't. But hopefully Cunha's fit and we can start Mount away from home. I think we need him. We would die. I keep saying this. Mount's not a player you bring on as a sub. He has to start the game. He never has the same impact. In all the time he's been at United, he's made one impact as a sub. One. And that was when he scored 2 in the Champions League game. In the Europa League game last year. That was a one-off. This guy has to start in the Premiership. It takes him a while to get into the rhythm. So let's get Mason Mount fit first and foremost. Let's play him every game. We only have 1 game a week. Let's get this guy fit. Play him 60 minutes every game. And the other day, this is the last thing I'm going to say before I clock off. And it comes back to the management. He brought on Kobe for Casemiro, but he didn't change the system. What was the point? Playing the same system. What is the point of a manager if you're not making your changing of personnel is having no impact on the game? Then you change the formation, you change your in-game management. This is why, for me, this manager is a coward, absolute coward. And it's not. In fact, I'm done with the manager. I'm not even going to go on about it. I'm going to leave it. I think we're going to get beat on Sunday. I think we're going to lose 2-1 or 3-1. I'd love to be proved wrong. Absolute love to be proved wrong. And this is painful coming from a United fan. To see this, to say this, to admit defeat before the even game. I never want us to go into a game thinking we're going to get beat. But given what happened on Monday and what's gone on before it, we struggled against a poor Nottingham Forest team, a poor Tottenham team. We got steamrolled by Everton with 10 men. And now we're going to a flamboyant, a team that's in full, they're riding the high. Like I said, they're 4th. They will not be by the time we go and play them, but they're 4th at the moment. So let's hope we put up a fight. We can actually win a game away from home in London. That seems to be mission impossible these days. Whoever's come struggled. And it's because of their football philosophy. It's just nonsense. So, cutting it short. This was only meant to be a 10-minute video. It's turning to be a 15, so I'm going to call it quits. Right. Everyone, have a fantastic weekend. Let's enjoy the game on Sunday. And I'll be back Sunday evening. And hopefully it's hot goss rather than hot fizz. Peace out, peace, love and respect. And lastly, if you like what you see, please give me a share, like and follow. Tell your friends there's a Matt Scotsman back in his hometown. Take care for now. Peace, love, over and out.